Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Mass Effect. Where now we get to go and run around talking to everybody now that we're the commander. Sort of. Whatever. Hey, come on. I can't talk to you? Alright, but we can get on this now because we are the commanding officer of the ship. And we can take a look at the galaxy map. Citadel. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, the colossal deep space station serves as a capital for the Citadel Council. Gravity is symmetric to rotation and has a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. And this has a weird button system where, like, if I want to exit out of this information thing, if I press B to go back, I actually exit the map. And then I just gotta keep going out farther and farther out if I want to go anywhere. So, but for now, we will go talk to everybody. Can I talk to you now that I've looked at the galaxy map? No? Okay. Odd. Oh, and this doesn't have the, like, the message board or whatever stuff here right now. Let's go talk with everybody. Go locate them. Dr. Chakwas. Oh, hey. Sweet. You alright there?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Oh,
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted, right? I wanted... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Anything back here? Nope. Okay. But Caden's out there. Let's go talk to Caden! Hello!
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better.
Right, okay, so...
We were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Okay, so he doesn't have anything to say about me acquiring the ship yet. Is this... Oh, this is my room, right? Okay. I don't think I like ever went in here really. Like I found it like on my second playthrough. Like I think the first playthrough I didn't even know that that room existed. Oh right. Okay. Oh, okay. Sleeper pods. So this is not a gun port anymore or yet. I like it though. I like this design. I really like this design on the ship. So I guess we gotta go do something big before any conversations will really change. But pretty sure that most everybody's down in the basement. Everything alright there, Shepard? This is like the slowest elevator on the planet. Or in the universe. Because we're not on a planet. Ah! Loading bay. Garrus!
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
Couldn't do without you, buddy.
With the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Eh?
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's not that bad. It is that bad. But it's like, true, I don't want to do that either, so I'll go with the middle.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that.
I'm sure.
It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it.
It's true.
I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you.
Yeah?
It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are run outside C-Sec.
This is true.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Yeah, I mean, this is great.
Without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
I don't know what whatever says. I think I did that
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done
Then
right,
no.
not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Thanks. I don't want to make you upset or anything. Don't want to alienate you, but it's true. In some way, Garrus is kind of hinting at this like brash personality where he's like, "Yeah, freedom," and it's like, "Well,
hey, Commander.
gotta
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Gotta take it easy a little bit, you know? It's like there are rules that need to be broken, but there are some rules that are there to remind you of like a moral code, you know?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Nope, it's great.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products.
Right, see?
I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, so I do have access to some of the Spectre stuff. Good, good. Can I? Oh, so it's just well. Okay, I won't worry about that right now. Rex, you're looking pretty surly over here.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
Personal inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
You're 800 years old, buddy.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost
You
wiped
weren't
out
even
our
alive.
entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, they tried the same with us.
Oh,
but we
crap.
fought them off.
Nope, that was bad.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive
This is what I did
birth?
before, but it doesn't make it any
And
better.
I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Oh, Rex, don't be a jerk.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Well, you guys aren't exactly the cuddliest
Why don't
bunch.
the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Yeah.
It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Yeah. Yeah, the Krogan
So
are
long,
in a
Rex.
bind, that's for sure.
Shepard.
That's for sure. Ashley, oh, we need to
Commander?
go take you back and talk to, Sumish.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Okay.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away.
What exactly
I
are you
wouldn't mind talking
doing?
more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Okay, well, let's see. Tali's locker. Do we have, oh yeah, she did look pretty good in that one, I think. I do need to get her. Well, you can't say that I won't see her. Need to get some more Quarian armor. All right, her, I mean, we'll give her, didn't I give her a good pistol? I must have gotten an even better one. Nah. Okay, won't worry about sniper rifle. Omni tool. Nah, I like the cooldown bonus. Okay. And then we've got boop, 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 Rex. Armor. Well, it's better than what he's got on now. Predator. Whoa. No. Go back. Where did the armor go? Okay. So that's all I've got for him then. Sure. I don't know how much you will use that, but sure. I have that one too. Sniper rifle. He's got biotics. Ooh, cooldown bonus. Nice. Okay. Oh. Ooh. No, I'll give him. He can say he can have that one. I wasn't looking at the comparison. Garrus, I have tons of Turian armor, I think. So. Let's see. So we got the Explorer. Wow, I have tons of human armor. Jeez. Now and then. Oh, whoa. Why did it do that? I thought I had tons of Turian armor. Jeez. Okay, I guess I've got more human armor than I thought. Yeah, have it. And now, won't worry about it. Yeah, sure, have that one. Yeah, have that one. Oh wait, no, have that one. Ooh. Wait, okay. And then we've got accuracy. Okay. Let's give him that one. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Nice armor, Garrus. Okay. And then we've already set up Kaden. Does Ashley have a locker? Oh, yeah. Well, we don't need to worry about Ashley. I never take her
Looking
out.
for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh shoot, I didn't look at... Yeah, well... Oh, does it not have... I guess I'll have to go back. That's really all he has? I thought he had more than this. Okay. I'll have to go back to the Hanar's place and get some armor for Rex. Tali? How's it going, Tali?
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before.
It is pretty nice.
I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Yeah,
The
well.
Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
Also made with the
A month
Turians.
ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
It's true.
I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I'm
I
sure.
had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as
It's
we
interesting that
can.
they can't
Some of the fleet's larger
make enough
vessels
money.
date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I mean, I guess it kind of goes to show that, like, it's difficult to make a living when you don't have an economic planet, like a planet base for your economy. You know what I mean? And especially because people don't trust the Quarians. Like, I guess if they made anything and tried to sell it, or like something like that, like people be like, oh, they're gonna kill us, like the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries
That's
old.
amazing.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we
I wonder if
embark
there
on
have
a
been any
pilgrimage.
burdensome
We set
Quarians. You know
out
there
alone,
have to have been.
leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet.
Kind of makes you wonder why they'd want to stay out sometimes, though.
Respective ship we wish to join.
Or why they'd want to come back.
If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
You know, it's like, oh, out here is great, but at the same time, I think it kind of, in some way, in the book, in one of the Mass Effect books, it kind of gave the point of view of a Quarian who'd been out, and he was like, you know, he thought that, you know, the world outside the flotilla was teeming with adventures, and it was, but at the same time, like, he realized, like, how important and how integral to himself the flotilla actually was. Like, it made him only want, like, he enjoyed being out, but at the same time he realized how important the flotilla was to him and how important he was to it, type thing. So it was pretty cool. Like, it kind of reaffirmed, like, them going out reaffirms how important the flotilla is. It doesn't just make him want to stay
Can
out
a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew.
Oh, okay.
It increases their own standing in
So
our
it's not
society.
just how useful they are, it's quantity.
Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Of course.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
They've probably a pretty wide cultural base,
We also
like
receive implants to fight off
a
sickness
knowledge
and
of other
disease.
cultures, you know?
Generations of living in an
They don't just, like,
isolated
live
and
within their
highly
own heads.
controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer.
It's true.
Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
I want to talk about something
Like what?
Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources
She's very
are
knowledgeable
scarce,
about our
and
people
we are
too, you know?
constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival.
You have to realize, though, that
The
their
bonds
numbers
among
used to
my
be in the
people are
billions.
strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other
kinda like-
species take for granted.
I automatically, like, twitch at that. I'm like, what? You have to what? But, you know, it's kind of the same, like, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but, like, if you look at, like, the, like, humanities progression, like, cultural and societal progression, it used to just be, like, little tribes of people, right, going around, and, like, you had pretty much free reign. There was, like, I mean, like, small tribes, right, but then as tribes got bigger, like, more rules had to be, you know, for everybody to coexist peacefully. At least that's how it's portrayed. Like, it seemed to naturally sort of, like, our system has made itself into this. And then you start getting into civilizations, people settle down, and there's, like, agriculture going on and stuff. And that's when a lot of, like, they say the definition of, like that kind of a civilization is basically giving up a lot of, like, free-ranging freedoms and some of the freedoms and liberties that you may have had at one point, and letting the government sort of centralize everything and make basic laws and rules for everybody to follow, type thing. And it's seen as a way to keep order.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
It's kind of sad.
Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few.
I mean, I guess each single child could, like, play with other children, you know what I mean?
The rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave.
I think she's, like, the only one who, like, gives me a detailed breakdown of her government.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
It's not exactly democratic.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
It's more republic.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking
She knows a lot about her people, though, too, you know?
Serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
It's an effective
It's a
way.
safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I'd like to know what those 4 times were, but I don't think she tells you. Now for the tricky question.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile.
So the Quarians were already
All I know
mechanically
is the story
inclined
of their
before they had to
origins.
be on the fleet,
What
too.
they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Dummy.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Did AI research, did it exist at that time? Like, I feel like the AI research only became illegal after the Geth, like overran the Quarians.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious.
Oh, okay.
But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Wait, I get it, but...
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't understand why.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long.
That's true.
The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
Yeah, so don't use them as slaves. It was inevitable the
newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
No.
A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Well, yeah, they did. I still don't understand, like... I mean, I kind of get it now that I've played through all the games, and it's like, at the time, I was like, well, don't make them do slave labor anymore. Like, have them do, like, other things instead, and, like, make little tiny robots that are VIs to do your manual labor stuff. Like, I don't know why they immediately jumped to, like, let's deactivate them, you know?
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
You started the war.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them.
Creating life isn't bad.
If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. Good. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I should go.
See you later.
We do have to stop him for sure.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I think that's fine. I want to be like, oh, cool. Like, have a good time with that. You know what I mean?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yep.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Blah, 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 blah. How's the Normandy?
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Tantalus.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Nice. That's handy. Stealth
Fill me
system.
in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location.
Makes it
Eventually,
a
the
ticking
sinks
time bomb, though.
More than a few hours silent running, and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Yep. We're not invisible, but whatever.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Oh, really?
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
I guess
Cranking
it's
up
too
the
much
FTL
energy.
blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Only one. That's still like that's kind of different, like, or new to me. Like, I mean, I knew that going in, like when I first played the games, but even like the more I play, I'm like, dang, like this is like cutting edge prototype ship. Like, this is the only one like it in the galaxy. Maybe that's why I love her. You know, like she's the only one.
What else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Aye, 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 aye. Look at that. It's the heart of my ship. It's so cool. Like, is it like the design of like everything, like the thought that went into like design? Oh, hey, I didn't see that. The thought that went into like designing all this is just amazing. It'd be really fun to be down here if we went into FTL, but when we jump, I'm obviously up at the top. I can't be anywhere else, you know. The game don't let me. But it would be cool. It would be really cool. All right. I've talked to everybody, so I will let me out. Okay. I will go back up and get ready to. We'll go. Maybe we'll get this Liara Tassoni person. Sorry. This Liara Tassoni. Sorry. I like her last name. I like her whole name. Liara Tassoni. It's cool. It's a cool name. It's very pretty when it's written out too, I think. Oh, okay. We're going this way. So yeah, no, I think we've been everywhere on the ship. These two doors are only... They lead down the stairs, and then we've got the conference room back here. Which I don't... Oh, it's got a thing. See, I think I have to be like summoned in here if somebody wants to talk to me. Or like calm me or whatever. But oh, really quick, let's actually go see if Joker's got anything to say. I know. We sort of talked before this, but I just want to make sure.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Yeah, you may think that he's kind of cocky, but he does, he's earned his reputation.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic.
Woo.
But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Yeah.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition.
Come on,
Nobody knows
Joker.
exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
How do you do your job? That's like a stupid question.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Yep.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
I feel like it's kind of weird, like in like regular time, like in cutscenes or whatever. When I'm like come up to talk to him, he's like this happy-go-lucky, like, you know, jokester type thing, like cynical but funny. And but when I go to talk to him like this, he's kind of like a jerk. And I'm like, I wonder if there was like a little bit of confusion or mix-up in the character design as to what kind of person he'd be. Whether he'd be like this, like kind of a jerk, like cynic, or like the actual, like the funny cynic that he actually is, you know. But there's just this. I love it. I love this. I love this ship. Alright, I think this is a good time. We've been going for quite a while. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you in the next one.